Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time reviewing on Showcase Issue 4, The Origin of the Flash, the Silver Age version. Now, keep in mind the point of DC doing the Silver Age was meant to do a newer take from the Golden Age, which we had newer heroes like Hal Jordan becoming Green Lantern, Barry Allen becoming Flash, a more younger Superman and Batman, and so on. One of which I did get off eBay is Silver Age Classics, which is meant to feature the origin of the Flash. And let's get on the story. It starts off how it's introducing the Flash, and the story starts off how two officers at a radar station pick up a strange signal and saying, "Sir, look, it's just cracked the sound barrier, and its speed is incredible." What? What could it be? Nothing on Earth is as fast as that, which comes down. And we see how Barry Allen reads his old Flash comics, and keep in mind, originally, in the original continuity, Jay Garrick was a character in Barry Allen's comics, while on Earth 2 is an actual person, and a writer on Barry's Earth tapped into Jay Garrick's adventures. We see how Barry Allen basically coordinates the chemicals and all that, but gets hit by the Thunderbolt, and comes out with it perfectly fine and unharmed, and ends up missing his cab, which he amazingly goes super speed and says, what's happening to me? And after that decides to go to a diner. So of course the waitress ends up spilling Barry's food, and Barry Allen manages to see that everything has just stopped from his seconds, and kind of manages to put everything back quickly, with the waitress a little confused, and Barry Allen deciding to go back home, thinking that this is all just coincidences. And we see how the next day Barry Allen's having a shave and thinks that everything just happened out of coincidence. He goes to meet Iris, who complains that Barry was late, and Barry sees from his super speed that a bullet's about to hit Iris, but rescues her just in time. And we also see how the officers go to see how they are, and finds out that the Turtle Man had showed up, and that. So we see how Barry Allen figures out that the lightning bolt and the chemicals gave him his powers, and after being inspired by the comics he read as a kid, decides to become a superhero and dons his Flash costume, which he goes down super speed, heads up to the bank, and sees that some of the money's been stolen, and quickly figures out that Turtle Man is trying to stall for time, and sees a shadow, and quickly figures out it's a painted trick, and ends up crashing in the wall, with Turtle Man saying he doesn't know I anticipated his return after I saw him enter the vault where I was hiding. And so we see Barry Allen realizing that he got away, and sees that he's about to get away from the boat, and uses the one that he found, but finds out it's booby-trapped. And we see how Barry Allen tries to catch up to him, but can't because of his slow abilities. And after finding a way to beat him, this ends up with Turtle Man being defeated, and the press saying, "You suddenly captured that character in a flash, mister. What do you say your name was?" You just said it. The Flash." And we see how Iris starts to get interested about the Flash, and Barry Allen saying, "Sometimes dreams come true." And this is the origin of Barry Allen. So the Silver Age origin is kind of okay. It's like I said in my review for Amazing Fantasies number 15, that back in the 60s, any comic with a simple origin would do. And keep in mind, since we have a more modern sort of time now, anyone who's got an idea can actually work with this. And I feel having Turtle Man thrown in as the first villain sort of works, but at the same time, it just feels a bit like a sort of easy wing sort of thing. So the origin deserves a thumbs up. Still good and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.